If you've watched my other videos, then you know I love weight training and fitness in general for the obvious benefits to your mind and body. However, recently I've been watching a lot of this YouTuber called Tao Physique, and he is absolutely swole. I'll link his channel in the description so you can go and check him out as well. And one of the things he credits for his insane physique is consistent training with gymnastic rings, or a combination of free weights and calisthenics. So I thought all of this sounded really interesting, so I went ahead and bought myself a pair of rings, but boy, I did not know what I was in for. The reason why rings are so good for building muscle is because they're so unstable, and you're going to notice this the first time when using them because you'll be shaking like hell. Your muscles are going to be under way more tension from trying to maintain that stability during the movements, and it also means more muscle groups are going to be activated at the same time. So overall you're going to see more hypertrophy, and you'll even start building up some of the secondary muscles that probably aren't receiving enough attention in free weights. On this channel I preach the way of the Iron Man. If you want to hear more about the idea of the Iron Man, then I've linked a video in the description that I made explaining the concept. But one of the characteristics of the Iron Man is an athletic, aesthetic physique. His body is a fucking work of art, sculpted in stone. And I've always compared the Iron Man journey to the competitive spirit and values of ancient Greece and Rome. But when we're talking about the Iron Man's body, it can also best be compared to the statues we have from that era. These were idealised versions of the male physique made by the finest sculptors of the era. And they would bury them in tombs and shrines and shit like that because they were literally only fit for the eyes of the gods. Gymnastics was also said to be started 2,500 years ago in ancient Greece, which is further proof that the rings will take you one step closer to achieving the Iron Man physique. I really like the idea of being able to work out outside as well. This guy Tao always looks like the happiest guy working out on beaches and in the sun, and I know I'm more likely to be working out in the snow, but still it's nice to not be shut inside all day, and that's another one of the reasons I'm including this in my routine now. So I've got some clips to share of me performing some basic movements in one of my first ever ring workouts, and this shit is hard as hell, so critique the fuck out of my form if you see me doing something wrong. So we start off with some basic ring pull-ups, and I got humbled fast as hell, guys. This is really fucking hard to do. I swear it's way harder than it looks. And the good thing about rings, guys, is as hard as it looks, there's always some easier variations that you can do. Like you see me doing some ring rows here. What you can do to make that easier is to bring the angle up a bit higher so you're less close to the ground. And I think these are called ring curls, and they're a bit like a bicep curl, but instead of pulling the bicep towards you, you're kind of pulling and curling yourself inwards towards the rings, and you get a fucking sick pump from doing these, guys. So then I moved on to some pushing movements, and I didn't have too much trouble holding myself up with my triceps, but when it came to doing some dips, I was shocked because my body weight dips are normally pretty good, guys, but the extra instability just really fucked me over here. It was so fucking hard just to do one. You can kind of see that I managed to do like a half rep, but I couldn't do any better than that. It was so much tension on my arms. But it was okay because I moved on to an easier variation of dips. If anyone knows this exercise and could help me with the form, I'm not sure I was doing that right because it felt like there was a lot of stress being placed on my wrists. But yeah, I did kind of feel something in my triceps, which is good. And this one was a lot of fun, the ring push-up. And I couldn't do it at such a low angle because it's just so hard. Like it's about 10 times harder than a regular push-up, but fuck me, you get a really good pump from this. So then I finished off the workout with some lower ab exercises, the knee raises, and I don't train my lower abs nearly as much as I should, so I figured this was a good chance to start building them up again. And it was kind of hard because I'm quite a tall guy, so as I kind of came down with my legs, they slightly trailed along the ground, but I promise I'm not putting my feet down, I'm doing them properly. And this is a very, very poor attempt at an L-sit, but hey, it's better than nothing, right guys? This is one of the movements that I'm most looking forward to building up to. I heard you kind of progress with strength quite quickly whilst doing the rings, so hopefully I'll be able to do this in no time. And there you have it. I know I didn't explain how to perform every exercise properly, but that's a pretty good beginner workout for the rings. As I build strength, I move on to some more advanced movements that engage more of the abdominal region, because that's where I'm quite weak right now. I might even try some stuff for the legs as well, because I don't want to fall behind there. But yeah, I recommend these to anyone who hasn't used them before. They're a fucking blast to train with, and they'll help you in building up your Iron Man physique with your Roman gladiator muscles and your chiseled Greek statue abs. I linked the same ones in Amazon that I bought. Grab yourself a pair now and start training.